This is a Grand Tour 45PL by Winnebago Industries. Today we're going to walk around the outside of this motorhome. The Grand Tour is built upon a Freightliner drop rail chassis paired with Winnebago's Maxim foundation. It gives you one of the strongest platforms in the industry to build on. Working from the front to the back of the coach, at the front end you have the independent front suspension, which gives you a 60-degree wheel cut, also front disc air brakes. You can notice the tall, 11-inch tall stainless panels on the lower part of the door protect you from things like rock chips and small debris. By adding the Maxim foundation to the dropped rail chassis from Freightliner, you can see it gives Winnebago one of the largest pass-through storage areas. The slide-in, slide-out tray goes equally out both sides. The items that are sitting on this tray would be the extra chairs that are inside as well as the mud guard, which needs to be installed. It will slide equally out both sides. Exterior TV, up to a 55-inch TV is available, and it has a separate sound bar for this. That slide-out tray will hold 800 pounds, so plenty of capacity to load the coach. The small little square door down on the bottom is strictly for a barbecue grill or something like that. This coach on the far front corner carries a small 5-pound grill bottle, or you can just leave it at home. The low point drain. Some additional storage. It's actually the kicker box for the outside entertainment center that is wrapped up in plastic and styrofoam, just waiting for the new owner to unwrap it. And the small outside refrigerator, which is on a slide-in, slide-out tray, so you can access it either where it sits or it can be slid out. One great thing Winnebago includes, you can see just to the left of that compartment, is the docking lights. This is built with Freightliner's Ultra Steer, which under 20 miles an hour, the back tires will actually swing out in a tight turn. It actually reduces the turning radius of this motorhome by up to 17%. Since this coach is a side radiator, it moves the chassis center over to this side. You can see the DEF tank here. This coach does have a dual DEF fill. Some resettable breakers, as well as your chassis batteries, are located in this compartment. To the right of the chassis batteries, you'll notice the red and black posts side by side. Those are actually the remote charging posts for the house batteries, which I'll show you that location here shortly. All of these outside compartments you can lock and unlock with a switch right by the door, or they're actually on the key fob as well. Powering the 45-foot Grand Tour is an 8.9 liter 450 horse Cummins turbo diesel engine, paired with an Allison 6-speed transmission. The Grand Tour has a 15,000 pound towing capacity. You may also have noticed the awnings, which are pulled out on here. They are the roof-mounted Carefree awnings. And there are 110 awnings. So you need to have electricity available through either shore power, the generator, or the inverter on. They do have a motion sensor, so if the wind comes up and starts rattling them, it will pull them in. And they also have LED lights. This coach does have undercarriage lighting. Just a bright sunny day here, and they're not showing up. Notice the moisture in the lower corner or just below the coach. Each air conditioner has a condensation pump, so it moves all the condensation to this corner of the coach and drops it down underneath. That way it doesn't run off the side. Again, the side mount radiator. We'll come up and take a look in the utility box. In addition to having the outside shower and all of your hookups, a paper towel holder, a place for soap dispenser so you can clean up, we give you a set of holding tank gauges as well as a set of coach operating buttons. You can turn on the generator while you're out here. You can turn on the water pump. You can even begin the leveling process, or you can do the opposite. You can pick the levelers up when you're getting ready to go. So all of that is available from outside the coach without having to hop back inside. Power hose reel is standard on the Grand Tour, as is the power cord reel. See how convenient everything is, how well labeled it is? You're not having to crawl underneath the coach. You actually make the connections inside the utility bin and then run the hoses out through our quick port system. There's a light within this compartment. There's also a light mounted up above. So if you're trying to hook the motorhome up at nighttime, you have the ability to see if it happens to be dark out. The compartment just ahead of this one contains the power cord reel. Built into that automatic changeover switch is a surge protector. You can also see ahead of that is the AquaHot 450. This is where the power cord reel is at, where you would your portable satellite input as well as your park cable. Connections are all made inside this compartment, plus you have room to store additional items if you needed pigtails for your power. In this compartment you can also see the monitor panel for the solar. Grand Tour has multiple solar ports up on the roof. It comes from the factory with a 100-watt solar panel, but the customer can expand that system later. The AquaHot 450 has a 1650-watt electric element as well as a diesel burner. This is going to provide us with all of our heat, domestic hot water. We have the cargo tray slid out the other side. With the cargo tray slid out the other side, you can see the rectangular hatch there in the center. Underneath that hatch is where the 6 AGM house batteries reside. AGM house batteries can ride here because they don't require any type of maintenance. Remember the charging post I showed you previously. And here's just a quick shot of what those batteries would look like. Again, this has been the outside of a 45 PL Grand Tour built by Winnebago Industries.